on the retirement first and foremost. Can you talk us through the decision to retire? I know some of these kind of contract stuff are done months before we kind of get the official confirmation, but when did you decide to call it a day, and what was the thought process?
Yeah, thanks very much. I think it's been an ongoing decision for me, probably since the early part of the season, probably October time, and probably only made the final call. I would say, around March. So a long, lengthy decision-making process. As I said, very difficult one. A number of factors really gone into it. I think probably, without going on too much, probably the main ones are, I just felt timing-wise for me personally, it was the right time. I've been doing a lot of coaching over the last number of years with Lansdowne 20s and Leinster 18 schools last summer, and been enjoying that kind of journey and that experience, and had some opportunities to do a bit of coaching next year. So that was one kind of pull, I suppose, for the decision not to carry on going. And then, yeah, I suppose just the body still being in relatively good shape, but maybe being a little bit frustrated at the fact that I can't perform as regularly as at the level as I want to. You know, you get a little bit frustrated. So, yeah, I guess the fact that I can get out into the next chapter with a good bill of health, considering the amount of time I've been playing professional rugby, but also accepting that, you know, maybe it's time to start a new chapter with the body also, you know, creaking a small bit. So those are kind of the main decisions really, but there's been loads of backing and forth and to and fro in between what to do. So very difficult decision, but I'm content with it now.
Given your heritage, it always seemed likely you were going to be going down the coaching route, and as you say, you've been dipping your toes into it over the last while. How much have you enjoyed kind of picking up the whistle and doing that little bit of coaching? And I see, are you part of the Lansdowne senior coaching squad next season as well, I see?
Yeah, so that's a new role I'll be doing. I was doing the under 20s involved with them the last 3 seasons. So yeah, really excited, and like it was obviously challenging at times. I was end up being head coach of Lansdowne 20s last season and a half. So probably took up a lot of my mental energy and a lot of time and effort gone into that. But I loved every minute. While still enjoying my playing, you know. So it was great to be able to do both, but it probably does take a lot out of the tank to do both. So I think, again, in line with what I was saying earlier, that was kind of the natural progression that I was really enjoying and putting more time and energy and effort into the coaching. Something had to give, and I think I'm kind of excited about the coaching opportunities and being able to do that without, I suppose, sacrificing the amount of time you put into your own playing and not feeling like you can fulfill your potential in that area. So yeah, it's been a lot gone into it.
Your dad a couple of months ago, or a few months ago, touted a potential return to Wales. Was that something that was ever really on the cards?
Well, in his mind, I don't know if he's one of the selectors in there, but he was sure of it. But no, I hadn't ever heard anything in terms of playing for Wales or from any of the coaches or anything like that. But yeah, I did have opportunity to go and play like regional rugby there at different times in my career, and for next season, which I was really grateful for the opportunities. But as I say, I just didn't feel the timing was right this year with the pull of next chapter and coaching, and expecting our first baby in 5 weeks' time as well. So all those things into consideration, a move away to play for another year, potentially 2, but realistically another year, and then wanting to come back where we're happy here, just didn't feel like the right thing to do. So there's a lot gone into it.
And just finally then for me, you've won plenty of trophies down the years, in your whatever 14, 15 years at this stage with Leinster. How much would it mean for you to finish things off with one more now over the next 4 weeks?
No, it would mean everything, especially I think for the group, knowing the amount of work that's gone in the last number of seasons, in particular this season, and the hurt that's involved in getting so close and ultimately being pipped in many finals. I just think the lads deserve it, and the coaches, the staff, everyone involved deserves it. But yeah, we know even from the weekend, deserving it is one thing. You've got to go out and earn it and win it on the day. So, not gonna lie, it's been tough since the game, and we're trying to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and get excited again to get back out on the field and try and achieve that. But yeah, I think it would be huge personally, but more so for the group and everyone that's been involved in the efforts over the last number of years.
All right. Best of luck this week and for the next few weeks as well, Rhys, and thanks for talking to us.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Okay, anyone else with a question for Rhys?
Yeah, I'll go ahead if that's okay.
Yeah.
Hi Rhys, Aisling here from Off the Ball. How's things?
Hi Aisling, very good, and you?
Good, thank you. Out of playing professional rugby for so long, that 15 years with Leinster, what will you miss most being a professional rugby player?
Yeah, I think the obvious one, just from talking to lads, is kind of the crack and the bond and the tightness that you have with your teammates, that I think is kind of forged on going out and battling with each other. So I think that's hard to replicate. Hopefully being involved in coaching means I get some of that kind of the team atmosphere, camaraderie, and the chance to try and achieve goals week to week and play for something with the team in a group, at the end of the season. So hopefully I get to replace some of the things I'll miss, but I definitely say that camaraderie and bond that you can only really get from going out and playing alongside some your best mates. So yeah.
You've been so successful with Leinster and Ireland. Is there a moment in particular that stands out to you as the most memorable moment?
Yeah, I think there's probably a number of them really. I'd say some of the first finals that I would have played in and won, like the Amlin Challenge Cup in the ODS against Stad, and the Pro 12 at the time in the ODS, I think Glasgow and Ulster back to back, if I remember right. Like those kind of big days at home, kind of early in the career, and getting to taste success at the top level, and being at home in the ODS as well, and having all our fans there. Like those were massive highlights. Then also going on to play for Ireland and captain in Ireland as well, probably. That was probably something that I'll look back on with the most pride. It's such an honour to be able to do that and captain Leinster as well. So, and then obviously probably the double, being part of that, and for myself as well, I had a bad injury that season and missed a lot of the season after a surgery. So, but to see how hard everyone worked, and then to be able to come back and play a part in it and be there for the final in Bilbao and things like that. So they're probably some of the real standout moments for me throughout the years.